Good afternoon, I'm Brad with Keller Williams. Today we're talking about title, escrow, and earnest money as part of your home buying transaction. Come on in, we'll cover what you need to know.
So meet Amy, she is our expert in title. She's gonna really break it down for us and simplify what title actually is. So Amy, what is title?
Title insurance is a protection. Plain and simple, just like any other insurance, it protects you as the owner of the property. Title insurance starts its journey with a title report. We actually have written records back to the 1800s showing when the government deeded land out to the first settlers in Washington state. Through the records, we can travel all the way through to current day, showing exactly what is recorded against any piece of property you're looking at in 𝐂𝐸𝐴 County. We issue a title report to you, showing you what is on the property so that you can see who the actual owner is, making sure that they are your seller, making sure that you have access to the property, making sure that there's not going to be any liens or judgments against you on the property, and making sure that when you get the property, it's free and clear.
Amy, that's really interesting. And is this an actual document of something back from the 1800s?
Absolutely. All the title companies have what's called a title plant. So we're kind of the detectives and we're the record keepers of any real estate transactions in 𝐂𝐸𝐴 County. Back through, this book shows from 1892 on up. When I started, actually still did all the written records. That was in 1997. So we like the old ways. We like to make sure that we are showing exactly what's on the property, giving you a chance to look, see if there's any defects on the title that we need to take care of before you purchase. And at the end of the day, we issue a title policy to make sure that you have a guarantee that we have your back. We want to make sure that we're guaranteeing that you are the owner of the property, that you have the right to use it as you intend to, giving you a heads up if there's any restrictions on the property, saying that you can't do something on it, or if anybody else has access to your property or the right to use it.
Wow, so it sounds like title really puts in a lot of work to keep you protected.
Title protects you.
Thanks, Amy. We're gonna move on and go visit another expert, and this is an expert in escrow, so can't wait to show you. Come with me. So this is Kaylee. She's our expert in escrow, and she's going to tell us all about it and break it down, simplify it, make it easy for us to understand. And we'll ask her a few common questions that a lot of people want to know about escrow. So let's start with, what is escrow?
Yeah, so after title kind of does their thing and they find the liens, judgments, that kind of thing, we're actually going to take that title report and we're going to actually physically clear it. So we're going to find any payoff statements for maybe the mortgage on the property, contact the county for any kind of court fees, that kind of thing. Find out who services the property in terms of homeowners association, irrigation services, and that kind of thing, and we're going to actually take care of it. So we're acting as a neutral third party in between the sellers and the buyers to handle funds, to handle correspondence, that kind of thing.
Interesting. So to kind of sum it up, it sounds like you handle the liens and judgments, but can you give me an example of a lien? If I were going to buy a house and maybe something came up that I didn't even know was a lien, what would be an example of that?
Yeah. So maybe at some point in your past there's some kind of court involvement. There may be some fees for that. And even if you don't know about it, we're going to find out. So we might have to contact the county and ask them, hey, can you provide a payoff statement or a satisfaction so we can get that cleared? And if there's a lender involved, that's really important because we want to make sure that they're taking the property in first lien position rather than coming second to that other one that's on there.
So if I did owe something, so you're the neutral third party, so you're withholding all of the funds from all the parties involved. So then essentially I'd be responsible for the funds, but it would be wrapped up into my escrow account.
Exactly. Okay. And we're going to make sure it's safe and secure so you don't have to worry about where your money is hiding, basically.
Great. That is a great answer. A second question, I think it's kind of a common question too. How long is it going to take? If I were to put together a purchase and sale with my realtor tomorrow, how long before I'd actually close?
Yeah, we typically like to give people around 30 to 45 days. It just depends on your property. So maybe there are a little bit more liens or judgments that we need to figure out and kind of correspond with another neutral third party. So it might take some extra time. It could go really fast, and your escrow team is definitely working as fast as they can, but we don't want to tell you it'll close in 2 weeks if it's going to close in 45 days.
Yeah, so it's not a number I can really hold steadfast to. It's not gonna be 30 days or
Right,
45.
right.
It's just all gonna depend on what's going on with the property itself.
Exactly.
Great. So how will I be contacted during this process? Will somebody be calling me every week and telling me about the process? Should I be calling? How should I handle that in my transaction?
Yeah. So your realtor is a really good point of contact for that. We're updating them as much as we possibly can, but we're also working behind the scenes so you don't have to. So we're going to contact your banks, we're going to contact the court if we need to, and then we're also going to update your realtor as much as we can, just to make sure there are no surprises and there's no kind of sneak ups or anything like that.
Great, you've been really helpful today. I really appreciate the insight, and I think you made that just very easily understandable. So thanks, Kaylee.
And that covers title and escrow and everything you need to know. If you're ready to buy or sell a home, give me a call, 509-312-0921. Thanks.